Good morning to everyone. First of all, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammad Abdul Wasim. In my group, Charan and Sirisha. As you see on the screen, my topic is computer forensic investigation of IP theft in IPL. The topic is very important for you because by the end of this talk, you will be familiar with the computer forensic, like how tools use in that. So going on to the next slide. In our second slide, the agenda is introduction to computer forensic, case study in brief, investigation process, type of evidence, forensic tools, and justification for tool selected. So first of all, we can going to the see the computer forensic what it is that. So computer forensic is the investigation and analyze methods to collect and preserve digital evidence for presenting in control of law. So in other words, investigation is the process where data is recovered from the seized computers as a evidence in criminal investigation. So there are many methods to examine an evidence and the presenting them in the court during the proceeding. Like the report analyze a digital crime case. The case is related to the Apple. Like Apple, one of the employee in the Apple is just charged of stealing trade of secret technology like blueprint design of self-driving. So this is a private case and the type is intelligent property theft. So identify case in brief. So case filed by Apple against one of the employee named Zhang in July 2018. Zhang worked as an engineer in Apple. Zhang is accused of stealing sensitive data like design, blueprints, and circuit boards related to the Apple's self-driving car project. The data theft was identified when the Zhang announced his registration and planned to join the Xmoto, a rival of Apple. So Apple immediately filed a case of criminal conduct and the prevent Zhang from the leaving the country. So means one of the Apple's ex-employee he charged like a theft. So in that the parties involved in these incidents are criminal is Zhang, the ex-employee of Apple, and the suspect is Zhang and X Motors, and the victim is Apple. So during the relieving formalities of Zhang, supervisor informed to the security official in Apple, like who's identified that Zhang had made extensive search and secret and secure data in Apple, like campus while he was on paternity leave in Apple. The security official found that Zhang has invited like campus during his leave portal, like checking the took the circuit boards and the components and computer server from their hardware lab where the self-driving and had also downloaded the data from the self-driving car blueprints design and circuit boards from the Apple's secret database. Zhang was having access to their security database in the Apple. So according to the complaint filed by Apple, the Zhang has downloaded the sensitive data and the trade security that inches 25 pages security blueprint for self-driving car and circuit design to his laptop and announced planning to resign from the Apple. So this going to be like these parties are involved in the incident like criminal is a Zhang was the ex-employer of the Apple and the suspect is a Zhang and X Motors means the company who has like taken to the Zhang and the victim is the Apple. So next slide will be continue my group member like Sirisha. Come to Sirisha.
Hello, this is Sirisha. Now I'm going to explain about the investigation process. Investigation process in forensic is followed by 5 different steps. First is identification, preservation, analysis, documentation, and presentation. When coming to the identification, in the identification, firstly we identify the purpose of investigation, identify the resources required. Preservation. In the preservation state, data is isolated, secured, and presents. Isolated is nothing but when and how the changes are made in the data. Analysis. In this step, we identify the right tools or techniques for investigation. The analysis will also process data and interrupt results. In the documentation refers to the process of recording all data and explaining it. Presentation. When coming to the presentation, this is the last step where the process or re-summarized, explained, and conclusions are drawn. The next process is investigation process. The data acquired from computers and digital systems must be analyzed for presenting evidence. The approach to investigate the case or acquitization, identification, evaluation and analysis, admission or reporting. When coming to the acquitization is nothing but data copying or data encrypting. In this phase, we'll collect all evidence related to the incident with approval from the concerned authority. In this case, the investigation will seize the computer systems and laptops and used by Zhang also will be accessed to the company's secret database and network log files to note Zhang's activity. The next stage is identification. Identification in this stage, the digital systems from the acquired evidence are converted into an easy understandable format to present with normal users. In the identification stage, firstly we will be identifying data, digital information, collect, preserve and document evidence, analyze, identify and organize, and finally we rebuild the evidence. When coming to the evaluation will analyze the acquired device and systems to determine whether the information relevant to the complaint filed by Apple is available and true. Admission, the information obtained from the three steps above or presented in the court of law as evidence for proceedings. In the above, it is noticed that different digital systems and devices are involved. The above process are involved in computer forensics and must be followed by Apple Inc. to provide the culprit and to prevent the organization's time and values. Validation is a process of ensuring data, weight data done successfully. In the acquitization, we also have the different phases like raw. Raw acquitization is nothing but write bitstream data to files. Proprietary, in this stage, the own format will be designed by its own company. And the final one is advanced forensic computer. This is an open source resource. When coming to the type of evidence, the evidence are Zhang's laptop and smartphone, storage disk, network log files, database and metadata. Firstly, the investigation will first analyze the storage data disk by searching for downloading data related to the blueprint design of the self-driving car. In this disk, also modified or deleted files are scanned. Next, as Zhang has visited the hardware lab and used their networks to access secret database, the network log must be analyzed for Zhang's activity on Apple's network from network traffic on their servers. In this, important to prove that Zhang has assessed the company's system on the data given by the security staff of Apple. Further, the database assessed by Zhang must be analyzed to study the related metadata to ensure Zhang has downloaded all data related to the blueprint. In this manner, the victim can provide proof to the court of law. Thank you. The next slide will be explained by Charan.
Thank you, Sirisha. I want to provide more information about our research. In this slide, you can see the computer forensics tools that has been used in the research. Some of the computer forensic tools are supported in the investigation of the digital crime, and the process of acquisition and collection of and the processes are followed. Some of the computer forensic tools are Validative Framework, Kane and Pro Discovery Forensics, and X-Ways Forensics, and NCASE and PTK and Pilico and so on. Now I want to talk about the forensics framework. It is an open source memory forensics framework, completely upon the collection of tools for the incident response and malware analysis. The first version of the forensics framework was released publicly at Black Hat, and the second is Kane. Kane is a Linux stands for the Computer Estate Investigative Environment, and it is an Italian Linux live distribution. And the third is Pro Discovery Forensics. Pro Discovery Forensics is a computer security tool that enables computer professionals to locate all the data on the computer disk and at the same time protect evidence and create quality of inventory reports for the use in legal proceedings. And the fourth is X-Ways Forensics. The fourth is X-Way Forensics. It is an advanced works environment for the computer forensics. It is based on the Pintlex, Hacks, and the disk editor, and the part of an efficient workflow model, where computer forensics examiners should store data and collaborate with investigation. And the fourth is ENCASE. It is a shared technology within the suite of digital investigation products by the guidance software. And Forensic Toolkit and FTK is a computer forensics software made by the Axis Data. It scans a hard drive looking for various information. Finally, Polyco. Polyco is a network forensic analysis tool, is NFAT, which is a software that reconstructs the contents of equations performed with a packet sniffer. The next slide is evacuation of forensic tools. ProDiscovery Forensic provides functions to research the disk entity and look for the suspicious files. And ProDiscovery in 2019. The features are acquire all data on the computer disk, analyze disk running of different systems and file systems, and evaluate information identified in the tool, and protective evidence. Polyco is used to analyze network traffic. Some of the features are acquire network traffic, and Polyco can support a wide range of network protocols, identify a particular flow on the network, and the output information for the Polyco can be stored in the database or is flash to present them in evidence. The next slide is justification for the tools used in this research. ProDiscovery Forensics is a ProDiscovery Forensics in 2009 is chosen because previews and reaches suspicious files quickly, and the copy of the entire disk is kept aside to ensure the original disk is safe. ProDiscovery Forensics is used to identify and analyze a Jenks laptop and database containing blueprints and a storage of other storage media. Expolico is used to analyze the network traffic. In 2019, Expolico in Apple's network helps to identify network data flow and the files of database accessed in the network identified and downloaded data from the servers by Jank prescores. These are the references that has been collected from the online to investigate in this research. Thank you. If you have any doubts,